I was angry with my friend. I told my wrath did end. I was angry with my foe. I told it not, my wrath did grow. And I watered it in fears, night and morning with my tears, and I sunned it with smiles, and with soft deceitful wiles. And it grew both day and night, till it bore an apple bright, and my foe beheld it shine, and he knew it was mine. And into my garden stole, when the night had veiled the pole, in the morning glad I see my foe outstretched beneath the tree. That's William Blake's A Poison Tree, a poem specifically about vengeance, which feels appropriate for where our boy Micah might be right now. As we come back in, we find Micah fighting for his life and what he assumes is still his sister's life. He and their bodyguard Bobby fighting off and trying to hold the line against a neuron beast who started pulling every trick he could out of the book. The creature almost seemed to toy with them as they fought over the still body of Micah's older sister, Amadee, the person who had taught him how to be a cyber knight. And as the creature decided that it had accomplished its goal by striking her down, it decided then the best time, or the best strategy, was the ability to fight again later. And instead of taking out these two creatures that it had been pretty much holding on its own, it decided to leave. And as it left, it cast invisibility on itself and then also darkness on the room to ensure that its escape was pretty much guaranteed. And as it disappeared, the bodyguards were finally able to get in, and Micah and Bobby found themselves staring down at the lifeless form of Amadee, who had not passed her vigor check, who had rolled as poorly as it could possibly get when bleeding out, and who had expired right there on the spot, leaving more mysteries than really she was able to answer. Amadee Reyes is no longer part of this game, so I am removing her from the NPC list. Though, you know what? I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to remove her. Her, in a way, she is kind of the impetus for a lot of this. I don't want her story to be done, even though it's obviously not going to advance anymore. So, but I am going to, let's see, Kingdom. I am going to add the, what's it called? Neuron Beast as an NPC, and revenge on the Neuron Beast as one of the threads. That's not a thing that I feel that Mike would let go of. And so, as we try to figure out and determine what's going to be next, we look to our fate chart. So, it is currently at an 8 because nothing has gone right for Micah in a while. I think he feels it, but I'm going to leave it as an 8 for right now. So we are going to start with the chaos factor of 8. And we have a 7, which as an odd is a altered scene. Just to be sure. You know, I feel like I have to keep checking this every time. You figure I'd remember this by now. But now it's also a note-keeping event. I decided to advance Micah because while that fight did not go the way he wanted it to, he did survive it. And that counts for something, even if it's not perfect. Let's see. Odd is an altered scene. Okay. Well, that's what I need to start remembering. So how is it altered? Let's go to our random tables. It is do meaning tables here. 8, which is bravely, and 2, bravely amusing. Bravely amusing. Well, the next major steps here, the next major thing that would probably occur would be, this kingdom would probably go into mourning. Amity was one of the heirs, potentially, and she was the lady of the area. So, let's ask a fake question. Bravely amusing. Oh, okay. Is our next scene a few days later at a eulogy? We'll say, likely, right? But with chaos factor of 8, is the next scene a eulogy a few days later? 77. Shit, so that's yes. And we're going to go to a potentially random event. Okay. Let's see. Random event focus. 3, remote event. Okay. So now we go back to our threads. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, revenge on the neuron beast. Okay. Oh, okay. Is the bravely amusing... Is the bravely amusing event that's about to occur at the eulogy because Bobby is the one to give the speech, because Micah is out hunting the neuron beast. 11, so we've got another random event, but that is an exceptional yes. Okay, so let's finish this out. As we come back in, we are in front of a processional. Beautiful horses are drawing a casket littered with white flowers, adorned as though she is just simply in repose, sleeping almost in a meditation. The form of Amity, heavily disguised from her wounds, heavily make-upped. She sits in the back of a carriage. The heavy clop of the horses move forward as it continues another loop around the castle. Standing in front of the processional, there is a stage. And as one of the priests steps down, his last words are, "And I believe to speak on the nature of our forgotten, or for our forelost Amity, we invite Robert, our bodyguard, to speak." Robert, bad boy Bobby as we know him, gets up there. His just absolutely, almost 2-ton body creaks kind of fearfully as he stands in front of a microphone. And he unplugs the jack from the microphone and plugs it into the side of his neck, so that way he can use his audio augmentation system. And his voice rings through clearer than anybody else's. And he begins to give his speech. Let's see. Characters. What kind of speech would he give? Character conversations. 62. Kind. All right. And 11. Kind, bizarre. That's also amusing. Bobby stands up. There he goes. There's a lot of things about Lady Amity that I think we all knew. She spoke fiercely. She was a lioness in quite a few ways. I mean, Not the least because it seems like she was the one who did all the work while some of the guys just sat around. I'd say look at her brother, but, Micah's not here, is he? But that's not the point of this today. Right now, we are here to honor and to mourn our dear lost sister and daughter and niece. We are lost because we have lost a little bit of the light in the world. And I'm going to give him, it's going to be a weird one, I'm going to give him a little bit of a persuasion roll because I think he's about to full on Julius Caesar, right? I think he's going to start talking about, I come here not to, not to praise him, but to mourn him. So I'm going to give him a D6. Oh shit, it's 4. It's 1 success, which means I think in this moment there's a little bit of a sway. And I think Bobby takes a real opportunity here to start talking about family. I think he starts talking about duty and honor. And where were those when we truly needed people to protect? Where were those when we needed a shield to guard over our faces? Now, some of you know what we've been working against. Some of you have seen it. Some of you are here with fewer people than your family. But where were those when we needed cover? When we needed protection? It's great that the family was able to send some of their strongest away and then come back even stronger. But then what happens when we lose them? Again, I am here because Lady Amadee was like a daughter to me. I fought harder for her than I have anyone in my long metallic life, but I have to ask, where was her father? Where was the king? And I think from that scene, we come over to Micah. As Micah, a couple days later, so I'm going to give him, let's see, I'm going to say he was able to replenish all of his stores directly from the, he has all of his gear back that was stolen because, of course, his family is rich and they don't need to worry about too much. I'm going to also give him all of his power points back, which puts him at a 10. As he's had a couple days to at least recharge and recover. I'm going to ask a fake question here, which is Yin's with him? Now we're at a chaos factor of 8. Maybe he was able to get his arm repaired in a couple days. 32. We come back in as Micah, and now a 2-armed Yin's returns. The Yins have a more powerful prosthetic than I was expecting. 9. Exceptional, yes. Okay. Yin's looks a little off kilter. One arm is way heavier than the other. His right arm is now, you know what? It is a full combat cyborg's arm. That is why they had a hard time fitting it. It looks heavier, and the clothes he was wearing, even his armor, has been modified. It has been cut away to support and allow this oversized tank-like weapon of an arm to remain attached to a humanoid form. He stands a little bit taller now, too. Mostly because they had to augment his shoulders to even support that weight. There is still raw red flesh that just kind of like almost is barely attached to where the skin got grafted to the metal. But he moves it as he scans across with, let's see, what is a city rat? Let's see, they got Huntsman medium armor. That's good. Backup laser pistols. Nice. Okay. Backup laser pistols have a super short range, but they do a high amount of damage for, simple sidearms. He also carries 2 classic Uzi submachine guns. Non-mega damage weapons, but high rate of fire and really good for when you just need to chew up somebody who's not wearing mega damage armor. We see 2 fibro knives tucked behind his belt. E-clips kind of wrapped around on various belt loops. And normally a city rat comes with a speedster hover cycle. Let's see. Does he have all of this gear? 34, yes. The 2 of them fly past on these open-sided, or just completely open canopied hover cycles. We will say, yeah, Micah's cloak, the dark blue of his family's, is flapping in the wind. He is now carrying a couple of extra items that we didn't see him with before. Along his belt, he has a laser pistol now. Strung across his back, there is a heavy laser rifle, both of which are the bulky northern gun weaponry that is so common throughout Northern America. But at the same time, it is worthwhile to carry. It is absolutely considered the at least reliable weapon of choice. He has several wooden stakes kind of tucked in across a bandolier that he has draped across, heavy backpack. And he also has Techno Wizard, EBA. Yeah, so he's got medium armor as well. He kind of glances up, these heavy goggles covering his eyes, protecting as best as he can. And he looks over and sees Jens. And so now let's ask a fake question. I'm going to consider this one nearly impossible, but chaos factor of 8, that actually makes it 50-50. Are the Cyber Knights accompanying him? 83. So that's not an exceptional no, but it is a no. I would say he probably slipped out without actually even talking to them. And so as he continues on, I'm going to give him a survival roll to see if he knows where he is going. So D6, wild die. Wild die blows up. So that's a 10. So it's with a raise. Micah continues the onward trek. He is looking for something, but he doesn't quite know what. Let's see. Is he looking for a ley line, knowing that a creature like this would be attracted to him? 23. That is a yes. So let's roll 2d6. Oh shit, there's a ley line nearby. There's a ley line nearby. Let's see. As he approaches, he knows, he can feel it, of course. His psionic abilities pick up. It's like static echoing through his mind. It's like somebody putting an old unprotected cell phone right next to a speaker. He radios over to Jens. Jens, I can feel it. There's something nearby. I think we're probably going to be coming close to what we're stalking. Jens responds back. He goes, shit, man. All right. Well, you just point the way, boss. And as they continue just flying across this countryside, let's see. Can we get... What kind of area are we in? Because we still have that random event that we need to roll for. Not scavenging results, curses, cryptids, domiciles. No. I'm looking for... What kind of terrain are we in? I'm surprised it's not just something that's like terrain, locations. There we go. What do they come across? 81. Safe. 52. Safe, lonely. They see a hunting shack out here. It looks abandoned. And though not destroyed, it has not been damaged by the weather. It is obviously left alone for some reason. Micah kind of looks over. He's like, that will probably be a good place for us to rest for now. I think we could probably give the bikes a good cool down. Maybe get a rest. Get something to eat before we continue the hunt. And without a word, they just both turn. The hum of the hover cycles just... And suddenly... And as they bring it to a halt, Micah dismounts. He pulls the laser rifle around, looks through the quick scope, begins looking around as quickly as he can. See Yins step over, and there's just a whirring noise coming from behind one of his eyes. And he... Let's see. Let's give them notice rolls. Let's... Micah's notice is a D6, and Yin's is a D8. All right. D8, D6. All right, so Yin's notices something. Let's find out what he notices. So let's go random event. 21. NPC action. All right. What NPC are we talking about? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2. Kingdom. Why would the kingdom, which is the second NPC on my list, are there hunting parties from the betrayers looking for him? 83. On a 50-50, that is yes, but just barely. Yin stops. He goes, my lord, hang on. Hey, would you fucking stop? And Micah goes, what was the matter, man? He goes, I heard something. Dude, I think somebody's hunting us. And Micah spins. He's looking around through the scope. He's like, I don't see anything. What do you see? Because it's not what I see, man. I hear it. I think we need to get in. And as they... Actually, that's with a raise, because he's got an optics package, +2 sight-based notice. Yeah, I'm going to say instead of hearing it, he sees it. And he goes, I just caught a glimpse of something, man. I got a bad feeling here. Okay. Let's see. He's got danger sense, actually. I forgot that I gave Mike a danger sense, which would give him a +2 to sense ambushes, which means that he senses it too. He can't quite explain it, though. And he just goes, I think you're right, man. I don't think we're being hunted by a creature, though. So, let's see. Shit. I wasn't expecting an ambush like this. We are going to NPC actions. Let's find out. Character actions, combat. 84 spy. Okay, that makes sense. 12 attack, spy attack. Oh, shit. Is there a sniper out there? 32, yes. Okay. Shit. Okay, let's pull up. I think I've got the allies listed. Yeah, the King's Guard. They have a shooting of a D8. Fuck. Okay, given the fact that they both rolled a success, let's pull up the book and see what qualifies as a sniper rifle in this game. And just get an idea for the soldiers, right? Because, fuck. All right, let's see. They're not going to get the drop of them. Neither one of them's going to get the drop, but I'm going to say Micah is going to be caught kind of unawares, which means he's not going to get dealt in on the first round. Jens is going to be able to act normally, though, right? Because he got a raise on his notice roll. Let's see, he's got the longest range. JA9 variable laser rifle, 4D6, 120, multi-optic scope. Unless there's something. Oh, wait. Are they using particle beam weapons? I'm going to say this is unlikely because generally, as I've read it, particle beam weapons are considered outlawed, but this is an assassination attempt by a well-known group. I'm going to say very unlikely, which is a 65 or above, 99. So exceptional, no. They're not using particle weapons. Okay. Whew, that's good. Particle beam weapons are no joke. But they are using the the 2x17 sniper laser rifle seems like it might be better. So this is a shooting +1. So it's a D8. We're going to now go to and deal some initiative for this first round. Let's get some good music going. Come on, why are you doing that? And, all right. Out here in the woods, we have an ambush. Micah gets a 6. Jens gets the king, and our ambushers get the 10. So Jens gets to operate first. Looks up and around. Goes, what? Micah, I think we need to get down. And he... All right, he's going to spray his Uzis, right? He's going to pull 2 Uzis out, and like a true street kid, just happy to pull the trigger, fire and forget. Does he have edges, rock and roll? Nope. But he's got 2-gun kid, so he gets to make the second attack, no multi-action penalties, shooting of a D10. So the shooting of a D10, rate of fire of 3, but these are going to be at -4 because of range. Is that right? Yeah, long range is -4. Actually, this would be extreme range, -8. Because these guys are probably firing at the longest range they can. 1, a 6, and a 6. None of those blow up. He fires, and it's just... So next rounds, one of them blows up. Because then that the 9 and the 8 that he just rolled, they wouldn't do a damn thing, but the 10 would. So it's now a 2. +4. Actually, one of the shots hit. It's 2d6 as he just starts firing downwind in the direction he thinks. 9 points of damage, but they have a higher toughness than that. But he just fires, and there's a panic, just a shit. And Ian starts running over for some cover. He's going to take half cover here, but now we go to the attackers. Taking aim, they are going to take their shot at Micah, I think. Yeah, they're here to assassinate Micah. They're going to take their shot at Micah. So, with a shooting of a D8, now they are at, let's see, their first shot goes off. The sniper rifle is a range of 96. I'd say they probably operate at that range, but not anything further. They are going to... I'm going to say that they're taking the aim action, which allows them to ignore up to 4 points of range penalty. So what that means, the range penalty at long range is -4. Aim, counter all that. They get +1 for the shooting roll from the sniper laser rifle, which means that they get a shooting of a D8 +1 against Micah. Now this is at a -2 because Cyber Knights get that super cool ability, but that is a 6 +1 is a 7, -2 is still a 5, so they hit. It is 4d6 +1 damage against Micah. All right. Let's go over. His toughness is a 15. Armor piercing of 4, so it goes down to an 11. And so, let's see, that is 9, 10, 11, 15. That is a hit and a wound. Mike's going to have to spend a Benny. And a vigor of a d6. Alright, that blows up. Micah soaks it, but the first shot hits him dead center. His armor blasts him backwards. Well, actually, this is a laser rifle, so there is a scorching smell. And he looks down, and there is a quarter-sized hole punched into his armor. He panics. And let's see, on his turn... he is going to get to cover. He's going to run. He's got the rifle out. He's going to take aim. He has no idea where they are. Well, he's not surprised. Of course, he doesn't actually have an idea, so he's going to take a shot, but it's going to be at like -8. And his shooting is a d6. 2 and a 1. And he's not going to spend a Benny. He just fires randomly somewhere into the woods. And as these two get pinned down just outside this like hunting camp, unknown assailants out there somewhere, both Jens and Micah realize we're being hunted. We're not hunting what we thought we were.